Good evening everybody and welcome back to F1 on FTRL. Your normal service has been resumed. I am back in the commentary box, so thank you very much to Unsafe Release and to Dan and to Tom for picking up comms last week while I was away. And normal service has now been resumed. Round 9 then of season 17, and we are here at the legendary Spa-Francorchamps on board with Mr. Dutch Tricks as we go for a lap of the longest circuit on the F1 calendar around La Source, the hairpin turn one. Bit of an oversteer there as he gets on the power on the run down the hill towards the legendary corner that is Eau Rouge. How is he going to get on through here? First time, plenty of curve on the first part. Nicely there, crests over Radion. And now on to the Kemmel Straight. Of course, scene of that legendary overtake between Hakkinen, Zonta and Michael Schumacher into Lecombe. Apex is nicely there, plenty of curve in the middle part. Now starts the run down the hill and towards Bruxelles. Tips it in, gets the curve nice, hooks up nicely through there over to the left hand side. Short blast then down to the Jackie X corner. A little bit wide through there, but okay. And now coming down towards Pouon. Watch for the curb on the inside. Don't want to catch that curb. Oh, he's run wide there. Doesn't invalidate his lap though. That was a little bit untidy there from Dutch. So comes down then to Campus. Through there nicely. And now the corner of the name, I always forget this is Thomas Vare corner or something along those lines. Then onto the back straight anyway. Of course, that's where the old circuit, of course, the legendary Spa circuit, something around 13 miles long. Rejoined there, and then coming into the high-speed Blanchimont, left-hander, barely noticeable in the modern F1 cars, and down to the final bus-stop chicane. Hard on the brakes, all the way down the second gear. Because it stops, tipped in through the right and the left. Shortland blast to the line, and the first flying lap from Dutch Tricks is a 1:42.7 from him then. So good opening run from Dutch Tricks as he takes us on a lap of Spa-Francorchamps. There you go. So my phone's going crazy. Yep, sorry mate, I was just getting the stream link set out before. You don't want to hear me heavily breathing into the mic. The game sound, I don't know if there's anything I can do about that, unfortunately. Hopefully it will come back when the race starts, and it tends to be the way if we have a silent qualifying. So a few lap times then on the board. Evil Chris in with a 43.7. Scooper pots himself onto the provisional pole position with a 42.6. Good to see the season 15 champion. I want to say season 15 champ back on form. Great to see him. So he popped himself onto provisional pole. Evil Chris is third. Sway is fourth. Ariel Funky Chicken is back with us tonight. It's always nice to see him. 44.0 for him, and Dylan on a 44.8 as Wesker goes third on a 42.8. We did on a 44. Dar Bolt then, who is in tonight for Andy, pops himself into P7 a 44.7. Here then is the championship leader, IFR Lynx. Of course, I was catching up a little bit on last week's races. I know that it was a soggy race at Suzuka. And the victory, of course, went to Mr. Ox, making it 2 wins in a row, following up his Singapore victory. His third win of the season. Lynx, though, followed him home. So while Ox moves up to second place in the championship, only lost 4 points. As Yarmouth's had a moment somewhere. Where has he crashed? It looks like he's crashed coming out of campus. So our first retirement in the session, Yarm, and then he's going to be having to do a lot of work from the back of the grid. Turn. Press start, turn up the game volume. Okay, we'll do that. Let's try this. Audio settings. Yeah, everything's on max, so I think it's just a glitch. It does this sometimes. Hopefully it'll be back for the race. Just have to see how it goes. Definitely got coming through my TV, so not quite sure what's going on. Good evening in the chats. We've got, Adam can't join. What is going on? I did tell them to wait, and somebody pressed go before Goes to do apologise. Let me just see if I can get Adam into the session. Somebody got a little bit eager while I was not looking at the screen. I do apologise. Now, there we go. So whatever the glitch was, it's now sorted. And we are away and running. So just under 10 minutes of qualifying to go. And the current running order is as follows. Scuba sitting pretty on provisional pole position. 42.6 looking very handy. Funky Fox has popped himself onto the provisional front row then, so the second on the McLarens. On the front row, it's not the championship leader though. Link's down in P8 at the moment, but he is doing the sensible thing, which is banking points. That is what wins championships. He has a healthy lead over Oxox. But if memory serves me right, last time we were here, on the last game, Oxox was the race winner. So a man with form at this circuit and a man in form this season as well. 2 wins on the bounce. Singapore and Suzuka. How's that? There we go. Is that better? I know, Pagani, I know. Should never go away. I'll tell my girlfriend not to have birthdays anymore. Trying to get Adam into the session. So Oxox coming around then. Any changes to the video? So we've also got a couple of new faces. Well, say a couple of new faces. A couple of reserves in tonight. The Dark Bolt filling in for Andwar, who's not here tonight, unfortunately. Funky Chicken in for Carwin, who then later rocked up and said he could race, unfortunately. Yes, our newest recruit, Mr. IFR Tom Robbo. So another one of the IFR stable, alongside Lynx. And currently he's filling in for Sparks and finds himself P5, so looking competitive at the moment. And let's go find Oxox there now. He's on a lap. Up then through Rouge and Radion onto the Kemmel Straight. Rounds Campus around Brussels. Bit of a wiggle there as he tries to get the power down. Meanwhile, oh, Kevin, Jesus Christ, CR7 with a 41.8 puts 0.8 of a second between himself and his teammate. Wow, what a lap. CR7 is a bit of a one-lap specialist around here. He is raced here, I think he's been here a couple of times with us as well. The first time he had a titanic battle with Dutch Tricks for his Tico, slots into P2 on a 42.2. Gets to within half a second. Yeah, CR7 had a titanic battle with Dutch Tricks, but span out on the last lap, unfortunately coming out onto the back straight here. And then I think he won on track last time, but had a penalty, which meant that Oxox inherited the victory. So he's definitely got form around this circuit. How's he going to get on tonight? And Oxox then out of the final corner. Dives for the line. Where's he going to put himself? He goes P3 on a 42.5. So ahead of his rival then, who's down in P12 then. So Oxox could be looking to take a good chunk of points here out of the championship leader. Let's see how he gets on. Scuba pops himself back up to P3 though. So Scuba back on form this week, 42.4, backing up his teammate then. We've got 3 of the 4 Red Bull cars in the top 3 places then. What's Dutch Tricks got then as he comes out of the final chicane? He is up on his current time. This could pop him onto the front couple of rows. It goes third. It's good enough for third at 42.3, then just drops it behind Tico. Head of Scuba, so getting tight at the top. Well, let's say tight between second and 6th at the moment. They're just 4 tenths covering those 5. Dylan then pops himself up into P7. Mr. Martin man. It's a very weird noise. So Funky Chicken pops up into P8 then, so all 4 Red Bull cars now in the top 8. Improvement there from him. Dark Bolt retires from the session, whereas he's in the pit lane, I believe. So he decided he's not going to get another run in. Starts towards the back of the grid, currently P17, with just Callboy left to set a lap time. He is on and a lap, going in fact into the final couple of corners. Where does Callboy end up then? He goes P6, so good lap there from Joey. Up to P6 then for the Aston Martin. 42.6, very tidy up there, just 2 thousandths ahead of Funky Foxo, who's on his way around the circuit. And that puts our championship leader down in P16. So Linkson is coming around to start his second flying run. That wide entrance there to get the best slingshot on to start finish rate. What can he do? And around the source he goes, using the curb on the exit. Hi Aaron, I hope you enjoy your poo. And up through Eau Rouge and over the crest of Radiant goes Lynx into Sector 1. How is he going to fare in Sector 1? He needs to find quite a bit of time. 43.7 at the moment for him. Sector 1 he is 0.2 of a second up, so that will move him into around about 13th. Let's see what he can find over the rest of the lap though. With only 3 minutes left, this will be his final run, so it's the longest circuit on the calendar, around about just over 5 miles long. Of course in its original layout was 13 miles long, so much shortened, but still a very long circuit. Through Poo on he goes. Stays tight to the inside then as he comes into campus. He will have the second split point any second now. In between these next 2 corners. Let's see where he is time wise. Compared to his current lap, he is 1.1 seconds up then, so Lynx is finding time. This time it's a mighty middle sector. Going up towards Blanchimont, just a couple of corners to go now. Can he hook up the final couple of corners? Gets the first bit right, gets the second bit right. Get on the power. Should be a big improvement from him. He goes third. 42.3 then, so very, very impressive lap there from Lynx. Pulls it out of the bag when he needed to, because he would not have got another run in. Now to just over 2 minutes of the session to go. A lot of the drivers coming out there for their final runs now. Lynx has put himself in the mixer on the second row as it stands now. Who we've got on laps? His teammate is on the lap, had him validated. Callboy has called time in the pits, so he's not going to improve on his P7. Foxon coming around to start another lap, is he? Yep. Pomrobo has decided he will be starting no higher than 13th. Everybody still in the session on track, so Funky Fox starts another flyer. Going in P8. Oh, big twitch up Eau Rouge and into the barriers hard. Just about got away with that, but that's lap ruined, so he will not improve on his P8. So who is going to be the first to come around and start a lap? It looks like possibly Evil Chris. It is indeed. I'll go on board with Chris then. See how he gets on. Saying his fastest lap we're putting behind Yarmouth, who has no time on the board, so you'll see then over the crest comes Chris, over Radiant on to the Kemmel Straight. And then down to Brussels. On a lap now. Oh, Funky Chicken on a lap, Dan on a lap, Graham, Evil Chris, Tom and Sway all on their flying laps. CR7, Tico, Dutch Wesker and Dylan on their way around to start their final runs. Should all just about make it. A little bit tight at the back there though. Go for the line. Coming up to the end of sector 2. He is 1.1 seconds up as well. That's a big improvement from him here. This could put him in the mixer. 42.6 would be enough for around about where Callboy is. Can he find any time in the final sector? Across the track now at its absolute best. Lots of rubber down, plenty of grip for the drivers. Coming then in to the final chicane. Goes around there nicely. Oh, big twitch of oversteer as he tries to get on the power. That'll cost him a couple of tenths. And it does indeed. Lost at least 3 tenths in the final sector there. Moves him up to P12. But let's have a look at the big guns. CR7 coming down to Poo on Dutch Tricks has retired as he crashed there at Brussels. Seems to be an Alfa Romeo off the track, so Dutch not improving on P4. Where is Oxhox? He seems to be coming around to, he's just come through Blanchimont and he is 0.4 of a second up. So he could be troubling the front row with this line. Sway goes second on a 42.1. Where's Oxox end up? Oxox knocks him off the front row with a 42.0. Whereas Tico has invalidated his lap. He's not going to improve. Here comes CR7. He's marginally down in the middle sector. And he doesn't improve his lap. Scuba finishes, stays P5. Wesker out the final corner. Currently P10. Can he improve on that? He does. He goes to P8. And Dylan does not improve either, and so there we go. CR7 with a absolutely blistering time. Gives him pole position once again here in Belgium. With Oxox second in the championship, second on the grid. So links in the end getting short on the P6. So your grid then for the Belgian Grand Prix is as follows. CR7 on pole alongside Oxox. Sway with that late flyer pops himself onto the second row alongside Tico. Scuba will start P5 alongside championship leader Lynx. Dutch is P7 alongside Wesker, with Callboy and Funky Fox rounding out the top 10. The free tyre choice are going to everybody from 11th down. Start with Funky Chicken, then Dylan, Evil Chris, Dan, Tom Robbo, Graham, Tom, Darkbolt and Yarham bringing up the rear. And I'm hearing reports of rain in the race. So that could throw some spanners into the works. So it's a dry start, but there's talk of rain coming at the end of the race. So let's see what that brings in. So some podium predictions then. One already from Daft Chip. He reckons it's going to be Oxox for the win, Lynx and Wesker for the podium. Pagani reckons Ox for win, Scuba for P2, Lynx for P3. Funky Fox wishing he was P11. Well, he just missed out. Oxford's Coventry got to within a tenth and a half of the mighty CR7. That was one hell of a lap from him. Field closing in at the end there, but despite not improving on his final run, giving it with an absolutely outstanding lap then. So my podium prediction will be CR7 for the win. I think he does like this track. He won here last time on the road. He did get beaten by a penalty though. I think Ox will be second, and I think that Dutch will get third. We shall see. So the drivers are on their way around for the warm-up lap, the formation lap. Look at the tyres, everybody's on. And we go down the grid then. Pole position then to CR7. Stunning lap from him. Goes off of pole position. Oxox second in the championship, second on the grid. Good opportunity here to take some more points out of Lynx's championship lead. Now just 4 races to go. Sway, despite having some broken pedals, has found himself some speed and pops himself onto the second row. He starts P3. Great qualifying from him. Tico will start alongside him on the second row. Of course, all these guys on the soft tyres at which they qualified. Scuba starts P5, his best qualifying of the season. Great to see him at the pointy end of the grid. What can he do from 5th? He goes off the third row alongside the championship leader. Links was not feeling overly confident about this circuit, but that flying lap at the end there popped himself into contention and gets him at P6. Dutch Tricks, I think, will be a little disappointed. Just be P7. He didn't complete his final run. So he starts on the 4th row alongside the Ferrari of Wesker. We'll be looking to go forward from P8. Corbo with a great lap. He finds himself in P9 and joined on the 5th row by the second of the McLarens of Funky Fox. Everybody else then has a free tyre choice, and they are then on fresh tyres, starting with Funky Chicken, who is starting on the mediums. He's P11th. Dylan alongside him on the 6th row, also on the medium tyre. Evil Chris is starting on the hard tyre, goes off of P13 alongside the Has of Dan Morris, who is on the mediums. Tom Robbo starting on the medium tyres, also qualified on the medium tyres as well, interestingly. He starts P15. Graham is P16 in the Alpine, also on the medium tyres. Tom Deval starts P17 on the mediums. Dart Bolt is on the softs, so he's going aggressive in the second Ferrari, starting P18. And Yarmouth starting P19 on the hard tyre. Now, talk of rain coming. It's sunny, blue skies at the moment. This is Spa, so anything can happen. We're expecting rain later in the race, so let's see when that joins us. Good evening, João Rodriguez, as ever supporting CR7. Good evening, and Matman as well. So the grid is formed. The lights start to go on, whether or not it's in sync with what the drivers are seeing. It is, and this time away we go. It's a good start from CR7. Colomu's looking further back. It's into turn 1. Sway looking at the inside of Oxox. Tico around the outside. Lynx is wide out the exit of La Source. Everybody seems to have got around okay though. Movement Dart Bolt's had a good start, gone up 3 places already. Dan going down a couple of places and up through Eau Rouge. Here comes Oxox on the attack. Tico in the slipstream as well. CR7's going to be swamped here if he's not careful. Oxox has got only 3 wide. They are the 3 wide into Lacombe. That's not going to end well, surely. Oxox takes to the runoff. Lynx goes wide. And Oxox comes out in the lead. Got a penalty for corner cutting. It was fairly obvious, but there wasn't a lot he could do there, really. Dutch looking to make a move on Sway. He's up to P4 already. Dutch has had a really good start. And Oxox with another penalty for getting a place, and so that could probably be removed, although he probably should have given that place back. We shall see how that works out. Position gain and the big movers on the opening lap. Dart Bolt's up 6 already. Dutch Tricks is up 3. Robbo and Tom Deval up 2. Oh, Rango CR7 on the exit of campus. And out of the battle of the lead he goes. He was P2 and he's dropped all the way down to P18. Cowboy's had a moment somewhere as well. He's at the back of the pack. So, this leaves Oxox in the lead of the race from Tico and Dutch. Sway's now 4th. We've got a yellow flag sector 3. Dylan's retired. Oh, well, Dylan's gone. And a virtual safety car's called at the end of the first lap. He looks like he's crashed coming out of Blanchimont. Oh, and Yarham's hit his teammate and got a penalty as well. Into the pits. Here comes Colby in the pits as well. So a scrappy end to the lap. One retirement. 2 cars getting damaged by the look of it. They're in the pits. Does Colby have wing damage? He does indeed. I'm assuming Yarman probably does now as well. Yep, new wing for heavy serving his 5-second penalty as well. Yep, so wing damage for those 2. And they're back on their way. And we are racing again. Oxox then in the lead of the race. It's 3 wide at the end of the Kemmel Straight on lap 1. He has to bail out of it. Goes a little bit deep there. Around Bruxelles. That puts Tico right on the back of him. already up into the top 10 on lap 2. So the Ferrari man using their soft tyres to full advantage. He's up 8 positions. Tom Roberts up 4. So is Tom Duval. And so is Dutch Tricks. They're the big movers on the opening couple of laps. So coming then onto the back straight. Again we go. Tom Robert and Dartbolt making moves further back. Oh, Dartbolt's gone round. And all that hard work isn't done. He was in the top 10. He's down to P16. Oh, and he's cooked his tyres. That's the fastest lap, quickly taken by TK, quickly taken by Dutch. This is becoming a bit of a train for the lead then, so we've got DRS enabled for the first time this time around, and we'll get it on the Kemmel straight this time. So TK will be looking to stay within that range. We've got a train all the way down to P9 in DRS range of each other. And we're going to see a move for the lead then. DRS pops open on the Red Bull. Alpine has a handy lead. The Red Bull is closing quickly. Into the straight, not close enough this time though. Further back, CR7 making the move back up the order. He's up to P12. Tom Duval losing a couple of places there. Graham goes past him as well. Bolt picking up a penalty there, top of Eau Rouge. Gap a bit between Lynx and Scuba, so Lynx is in a little bit of no man's land here. He's a second ahead of Westcott, but second behind Scuba, though he has caught him through those couple of corners. Trying to get back within DRS range. We've got set to do the flag. It's Dartbolt again, I think. Having a torrid time on this lap. With the leaders still, Oxox leading, Tico giving chase. CL7 then up to P11. Charge back is coming. Moves ahead of Evil Chris. And the bus stop where we go. Chris sets the fastest up over the race at 46.2. Scuba now takes it away the 46.2 as well. So Scuba showing good pace this week. Great to see him battling for the win. CR7 though with a 45.7. He is charging back up the order. He's got a lot of work to do. Up Eau Rouge we go. Tico significantly closer this time to Oxox. With a much better run. He's in the slipstream already. This would be a fairly routine overtake. Oxox is going defensive. Tico with the DRS, just going to blast past in a straight line. And we'll make the move stick into... Oh, and then spins! Oxox has to brake hard to avoid the spinning Red Bull. And Dutch Trick sweeps into the lead of the race. And here comes Sway for P2. Through he goes. It's all changed, and now Scuba getting involved as well. Dartbolt has retired in the pits, unfortunately. His race lasting just 3.5 laps. Oh, and Oxox is... Oh, did Oxox get damage from that? He seems to be struggling at the minute. Scuba just got under him at Pouon. And now Lynx is closing in. Both the McLarens are there. I think he must have some wing damage there. Can't see anything. Oh, in the back. Oh, Gran, that Dutch Tricks is off. And he's got no front wing. Dutch has now lost it. Nobody wants to lead this race. Sway now inherits the lead. Oh, drama kicking off here as Tico takes the lead at Lecube and spins off. Half a lap later, Dutch Tricks takes the lead and spins off as well. Dutch has got no front wing, trying to claw his way back. Yeah, into the pits has come Oxox. He got wing damage from that spin. He must have made contact with Tico. Dutch into the pits as well. They're going to be praying for a safety car. And Sway, well then, who had this as your top 3? Sway, Scuba and Funky Fox are your top 3 at the moment. Funky Fox getting ahead of his teammate. The top 2, Sway and Scuba, have made a bit of a break here. They are clear as well. McLaren swapping places down the straight. Lynx going around the outside of his teammate. Wesker and Funky Chicken now in the background as well. Of course, I've told them, the two Funkies, Chicken and Fox. Whoever finishes first gets bragging rights over the Funky name. So the onus is on Funky Chicken to overhaul Funky Fox. It's the battle we all want to see. In the background, Tico in the second of the Red Bulls trying to fight his way back up the order after that spin. Now what tyre situation have we got? Ox pitted and come back out on the medium tyre, so he's now got his obligatory tyre selection done. Dutch has come back out on the softs, interestingly. Of course, if there is the threat of rain to come, that'll be a bad call. Top two have broken away to the tune of 2 seconds. The gap then between Scuba and Lynx in second and third. Sway is your leader though, Scuba in hot pursuit. Clarence circulating in formation. Going down to Funky Fox looking at the inside. Is he just showing the nose? Yeah, Batman there making the point that Dutch is making a lot more mistakes this season than I think I've ever seen him in every season I've watched FTRL since the end of season 9 is when I've sort of been around FTRL. Now season 17, and I've not seen this many mistakes from Dutch Tricks in that entire period than I have this season. So that just shows you how different this game is. The best driver statistically in the history of FTRL. He's a 4-time champ. And he has made more mistakes than I have ever seen. Here comes Funky Fox back on his teammate. Yep, just using the slipstream down the DRS. They're not battling too hard though, so they're just going to swap places in the DRS zones. See if they can pull themselves back onto the tail of Scoop. Oh, Funky Fox there, back end of the car, slithering and sliding around. And noticeably, the sun has gone in. So it's getting grey. Lap 6 then. Sway is your leader, Mercedes man. Soldiering on with dodgy pedals. He finds himself at the point of this race. Scuba in hot pursuit. The McLaren's trying to chase them down. Funky Fox leading Lynx. Funky Chicken is now up to P5. He's got himself ahead of Wesker this time. And Wesker's now got the second Red Bull to worry about. He's in a Red Bull sandwich. Costico has closed in. He's bringing Tom Robbo with him. Tom Robbo on those medium tyres as well. So Funky Chicken, and Tom Robbo both on medium tyres, making very good progress in this race. CR7 back up to P9. He's on the back of this train. He's going to look for a move on Tom Robbo into the bus stop. Closing. Oh, Tom Robbo's gone a little bit hot there. Has to avoid Tico. CR7 around the outside. Bump wheels again. Tries not to go off the track. Gets the traction, then out down towards La Source. Got the inside. Wheel to wheel, more bumping. And more bumping. This isn't a touring car race, boys. And they're still side by side. Here we go, on towards... Oh no, Tom Robbo decides the better of it and backs out. Drops in behind CR7. Pushing then up Eau Rouge. Over the crest we go. DRS will pop open. Strickson setting the fastest lap. It's the McLarens once again swap places. CR7 stays ahead of Tom Robbo. Both of them having the DRS, both of them in the slipstream as well. Further back, Dan gets the move done on Evil Chris into Lacoon. That is for P10. They give chase to that battle. But at the moment, the top two are holding steadfast, keeping that gap. Scuba, though, is dangerously close to losing DRS from Sway, which might see him vulnerable to those two behind if the McLarens continue to work together. Dutch has just gone past Ox. On the softs, Ox on the mediums. What can those two do? They're going to be hoping for a safety car to bring them back into contention before the rain falls. Oh, and Ox has gone round at Jackie X corner. He caught the curb on the inside. It's not been Ox's day. He definitely needs a safety car now. Spin from the championship. Second place person. Around the chicane comes your race leader. Into the pits has come Scuba. Also Funky Fox, so the first of the McLarens blinks. No sign of rain yet though. When is that rain going to come? Is it going to come? Fresh set of soft tyres for Scuba, so he's expecting to pit again. On his way he goes. McLaren in hot pursuit down the pit lane. Scuba then on his way. Critically, he's ahead of Dutch Tricks, who's coming down as he just... Oh, Tico's gone! Tico has crashed. Where has he gone off? Is it at the top of Eau Rouge? It is. Yep, there's the Red Bull. On the outside, CR7. What's going on here? This place is going up, down, left, right and centre. Tom Robbo and CR7 battling hard. They've both just mugged Wesker. Tom Robbo got back ahead of CR7 then. And all the while, Dan Morris has closed in as well now. So Dan and Evil Chris have joined this battle. So this battle then growing bigger. It's now 5 cars. And the battle over 4th place. The battle over P2 is now on. Funky Chicken has caught Lynx. CR7 picking up a penalty sway, then leads by 3.2 seconds. The gap has gone up then since pit stop phase has started, as Lynx had a bit of a scruffy lap. Here comes Funky Chicken. Looking to the outside, is he going to go for a move into the chicane? The answer is no, he is not. Does Lynx pit? No, he does not. This way then on his way onto lap 9, and we're going to see him move into La Source. Is he going to wait for the Kemmel Straight? He's going to wait for the Kemmel Straight. Then up there he goes in the slipstream. DRS is about to pop open. Bit of a wiggle from Lynx. Funky Chicken to the outside. Lynx knows not to fight it. Lets Funky Chicken go. And the Red Bull man up into 2nd place, and he's had a really good race so far. Medium tyres, definitely the ones to be on at the moment. Further back, CR7 and Tom Robbo going at it. There's contact, more contact, and around goes CR7. Oh dear, those two have been banging wheels for a couple of laps now and they've come to blows again. CR7 back down to P8, Wesker, Dan and Evil Chris will get through. Evil Chris is up to P5 now on those hard tyres. So he's really flying now. Oh, is that gone round? Oh, it's Tom Duval, the second of the Alfa Romeos has gone round now. Funky Fox picking up a time penalty. Evil Chris there gets ahead of Tom Robbo now as well. Evil Chris on an absolute charge now as Tom Robbo got damage from that impact. Here comes Dan Morris as well. He's going to go wheel to wheel. He's going to end up 3 wide again. Oh, there's contact. Around goes Evil Chris and Dan. Sorry, it was Tom. As Tom Robbo goes round. Oh dear. Evil Chris is all his hard work has been undone. And Dan inherits P4. Scuba setting the fastest lap of the race. He's got some speed about him suddenly. Virtual safety car called again. Evil Chris has gone. I think he's crashed on the out exit of Blanchimont by the look of it. Well, that was so unlucky. He was having a really good run. Was he on the hard tyres? He had probably the best strategy because he could wait until the rain came to pit. And then everybody getting together on the run up to Blanchimont. And around he went. Him and Tom Robbo colliding. What is going on indeed, Fever? What is going on indeed? Virtual safety car again. And we are racing again, and away we go. So Sway is still your race leader, oblivious to all this carnage going on behind him. Funky Chicken now in P2, 3.3 seconds back. Not made much headway yet on that gap. You'll see Lynx is 3rd, Dan Morris 4th, CR7 5th. Covering Scuba then, who is just, he's the first car to have pitted, of course. He's made his way back up to P6 now, and he's taking a lot of time out of the race leader Sway, so strategy working out quite nicely for Scuba. He's in a very strong position here. Of course, it's all going to depend on when the rain comes. Funky Fox goes past Wesker. Another one of the drivers to have stopped. And Sway's carrying on. Funky Chicken, obviously. Well, here comes race leader. Race the championship leader. Third place, Lynx is in. CR7 is in as well. So through goes Scuba. In comes Wesker. So the order shuffles once again. Scuba, and what is the gap from Scuba to the lead? Scuba is just 11 seconds off the lead now, having made that pit stop, so he's looking very strong. Funky Fox as well. So we expected a AlphaTauri and a McLaren to be going well, but it was probably CR7 and Lynx we expected to be doing well. They find themselves 10th and 12th. Instead it's Scuba and Funky Fox 4th and 5th. But with the pit stop made, and now flying up the order. Now Funky Chicken has caught Sway big time on this lap. I think Sway's tyres have possibly gone off the cliff. That gap was 3 seconds last time around. It's now down to just over a second. So Funky Chicken having a stellar lap. Look at how much speed he's got at this stage. Down the inside, Sway's going to let him go, I think, here. Funky Chicken up the inside into Blanchimont and takes the lead of the race. Into the chicane we go. Will Sway peel off this time? No, he's going to carry on again. He just doesn't seem to have the grip. He's definitely waiting for the rain, isn't he? Now, any sign of any spots on the cameras yet? Let's have a look on board. Nothing yet. Rain must be coming soon. That's the only reason I can think the drivers are staying out. Especially Sway on those soft compound tyres. Funky Chicken now leads the race. He's now in the strongest position here. Further back, Lynx has just made a move on Dutch Tricks into turn. Oh, it's getting a little bit tight. Dutch getting squeezed by Lynx. He's now trying to get alongside Tom Robbo down the hill. From the IFR stable. Lynx gets the move done. Up through Eau Rouge, over Radion and onto the Kemmel Straight. Is Tom Robbo going to come back at him though? It's not open. Does Lynx still have the DRS? No, so no DRS used there, interestingly. Further back, CR7 getting the move done on Corboy. Up to P11, he's just behind that group. Dutch now gets the move done on Tom Robbo as well. He's like, oh, into the wall goes Tom Robbo hard on the exit of Brussels. Loses the back end in the wall, front wing is gone, and he's halfway around the lap, so that's going to be a long drag back. There's rain coming. I can see rain falling. It is spitting with rain. Yep, it's definitely spitting with rain now. This is what Sway's been waiting for, surely. However, Funky Chicken's got a 3.5 second lead here. Now, what does he do? Is it too early for pits? It is. He's going around one more time. Sway, surely too early to pit as well. Oh, and he's coming in. What tyres is he going for though? Scuba goes past him. So Scuba, who was behind him in the first stint, has just overtaken him as he goes into the pits. What tyre is Sway going to go on to? He's just gone to the hard tyre. Sway's onto the hard tyre. The rain just started to fall. That's a very interesting choice. CR7 sets the fastest lap. But the rain is starting to fall. But it's not heavy enough yet. It's not time for intermediates just yet. Can't see it on the camera there. Funky Chicken now leading the race. Red Bull Scuba second. He's the net race leader because he's pitted once already, but he's back on the same tyres he started, so he'll need to pit again. Scuba sliding it into Poo-on. Funky Fox giving chase now. Funky Fox is closing that gap, and Dan Morris behind him in 4th. Tom Duval after that spin is 5th. And he's got Lynx right behind him. Lynx, of course, not long pitted. He's looking very racy. The more rain falling on the camera. Down the inside, then comes Lynx into the campus chicane. And he's back up into P5. Rain getting heavier. Funky Fox on the back of Scuba now. Further back, Wesker, Tom Robbo and Yarmouth are all on the intermediates. What does the race leader do? Is it the time? He goes a little bit deep. He's going to go around again. What about Scuba? What about Funky Fox? They're going to go around again. They've still got enough grip. Dan, what's he going to do? Is he going to roll the dice? No, round he goes. Lynx coming through now. It's not the point to switch over, or is it? He is in. Race championship leader is in. Out of P5. He's the only one to roll the dice so far. What about Dutch? No, Dutch has gone round. Graham's gone round. Sway's gone round again. What's Ox going to do? Coming round now. Battle for P2 going on into Lacombe. Funky Fox down the inside. Takes P2 away from Scuba. Slipping and sliding. He's getting a little bit leery now. How much battery he's used already though. Yeah, I'm thinking the same, Pagani. I don't think Sway meant to go onto the hard tyres. So Corboy's just pitting now for softs. Now he's onto the wet inters, so looking leery. Funky Chicken still leads. No, the track looking wet now. No spray being kicked up yet. You can see the rain falling. Track looking slick. But more and more drivers have taken the gamble. John brings a penalty. We're waiting for the DRS to be disabled. That's the time. That's usually the switchover point. Funky Chicken leading the battle over the Funkies. Is this the lap? I think it is. Yep, it's looking wet now. Here he comes into the pits. He comes. Funky Fox caught him by over a second on that lap, pulling into the pits as well. Scuba's in. Dan Morris is going to come in as well, I imagine. Yep, in comes Dan. Tom Duval battling with CR7. Are they going to make their way into the pits now as well? CR7 has a bit of a slide coming out of the chicane. Just about keeps it pointing in the right direction though. Dutch Tricks coming around. He'll probably pull into the pits as well. Oh, big sideways went from him. Yep, Sway's in as well. Sliding up in the pit lane. So everybody now in. Now, where is Lynx going to come out in all this? He went last time around on that 15 off 20. No safety cars so far today, which is absolutely outstanding work. A couple of virtual safety cars. You can see the black line's been left now. Here then comes Lynx. Tom Duval coming out the pit sideways. Lynx is probably going to jump in here. We've got a yellow flag in sector 2. Much Yarham, who's unfortunately DNF, and well, I've jinxed it. I said there's been no safety cars, and there's a safety car. So unfortunately Yarham has crashed at the Jackie X corner and brings out the safety car, which is not good news for Funky Fox. Now Funky Fox has jumped Funky Chicken in the pit stops. Now I can only imagine that cars coming in held up Funky Chicken. That allowed Funky Fox to jump him. So this is going to close everybody up again, which is good news for Corboy, for Tom Robbo, for Oxox, for Wesker, as they were off the back of the pack. Somewhere in there, Sway has got ahead of Dutch as well in the pit stop cycle. Safety car has been called. Funky Fox is your race leader, so the battle of the Funkies is the battle for the race lead at the moment. Scuba sitting in third, Dan in fourth. Who have we got who are wet weather specialists is the question. Indeed, we've had a Funky swap in the pits. So Something a little bit funky's gone on in the pit lane, and it sees the fox leapfrog the chicken. More animal puns to be coming your way and the rest of the stream, I imagine. Fox is being hunted by the chicken, as nature intended, of course. So safety car is out. We're on lap 16 of 22. Running order as follows: Funky Fox leads from a Funky Chicken. Scuba is third. Dan Morris up in P4. Lynx is P5. Tom Duval P6. CR7 is P7. Sway is P8. He'll be very annoyed to find himself there, having been leading the race. Was it the misclick in the pits? Wrong tyres at the wrong time. He finds himself down in P8. Dutch Tricks is P9. Having spun out of the lead earlier on. Graham is P10. Quiet race for the LP man so far. What can he do now? The wet weather has come and the field has closed up. Wesker is P11. Oxox P12. He's been in the wars so far. Had to go off-road to avoid a three-way scrap into Lacombe on lap 1. Contact with a spinning Tico and then spin of his own. Finds himself down in P12. Tom Robbo on his debut. He's been in the wars as well. Collision with Evil Chris earlier on. Now down in P13. And Corboy, who had to pit on the end at the end of lap 1 for a fresh wing, finds himself in P14 and the final runner. We're behind the safety car and it is the Mercedes this week. So no Aston Martin. We've got the race as one Mercedes. Leading us round with just 6 laps to go now. Matt Tibble saying Sway had soft selected but the pit crew changed to hards. Well, overruled by Mercedes. I'm sure Toto Wolff, or Tibble's Wolf, has banged the table in disgust at that decision. A cat who decided to roll off my leg and stick her claws into my legs to stop herself from rolling off. That's real helpful, cat. I appreciate that. So as the final 4 cars join the queue behind the safety car. Oh, Oxox has got a penalty under the safety car for probably running wide over the curbs. And got rid of his 5-second penalties from earlier on. Now he's got a time penalty as well. So we're going to leave at least 1 more lap under the safety car while the final few cars join the train. We use this little break in the action to just go over what's coming up the rest of the week on FTRL. So back tomorrow here at Spa-Francorchamps for Div 2. Of course, memory serves me right, we had one of the most bizarre, crazy, mad, chaotic Div 2 races here at Spa-Francorchamps in a wet to dry race. Season, I want to say 15, maybe 14. Wet start to the race, drying out. And there we had a storming Pagani coming through the field. In fact, it was the week that he clinched the Div 2 championship. So it's proved to be something special in the past. How will they get on tomorrow? Will the weather play a part again? Do join myself 8 o'clock tomorrow for more action here from Spa-Francorchamps. And then on Thursday we are back with a new season of GT Sport. Started off last week with the opening round at Sardinia B. This week we are at the Cathedral of Speed, that is Monza. So do join Switchback to go through the action from GT Sport on Thursday at 8 o'clock. But we've still got 5.5 laps to go here to decide this week's winner in Div 1. Could Funky Fox or Funky Chicken be about to win their first FTRL race? Well, we shall see. Funky Fox has put in some absolutely outstanding drives this season. He has got top 5 finishes from the back end of the grid a couple of times this season as well, including that P2 at Barcelona, 1-2 for McLaren. As Lynx took the victory. A couple of other stellar drives from him this season as well, and he now finds himself in the lead of the race. If Chicken gets in front, he may run away with it, says Daft Chip. Well, I wouldn't count out Fox. It is the battle to be too funky Safety car is in this lap then, so we are about to resume racing. We'll be on lap 18, which means that we will have 5 laps to go. Yeah, you've said that before, Pagani. Well, I don't believe you. I don't believe you. Good evening, Casey. Thank you for tuning in. We're about to go racing. It's about to become a 5-lapper, so expect plenty of chaos here. And out Funky Fox takes over as the pace setter. When does he decide to pull the trigger? Has anybody got an adopted setup? Or are they all just banking on it being dry for longer? Well, we're about to go racing again. Into the chicane we go. He's waiting. Get it pointed straight and then put the hammer down. Away he goes. Both top two, both have a bit of a slide. And that's put Scuba on them. Sway's under attack from Dutch already as well. Around the outside here comes Graham up the inside of Wesker. Second Alpine trying to follow through as well in there somewhere. There he is. Wesker though getting the traction off the corner. Now Oxox to the outside of his teammate. The Alpine side by side. Oxox gets the move done. Sway gets it passed by Dutch then up the hill. So Dutch got the run out of the source. Here comes Lynx on Tom Duval. They're both attacking Dan Morris. Lynx down the inside. Goes deep into the clean, but yeah, just gets it stopped nicely. Dan down to P5. Good move from Lynx. Tom trying to buy into that as well. Scuba on the back of Funky Chicken. And Funky Fox has got a bit of a gap. Oh, Tom Duval up the inside of Dan. Co-commentators on Div 2 last week. Now they're trying to share track. Tom sweeps across the nose and up into P5 he goes. And now here comes CR7. Down the inside on the way into Pouon. Oh, that's going to be tight. They bump wheels. Oh, Dutch trying to get his nose in the well. Almost gets caught. Now Sway coming back at Dutch. Into Campus. Dutch sees him off around the outside. Battling Oxox glued to the back of Wesker as well. Onto the back straight we go. Now Dutch is that Dutch look at the back of Dan. Yeah, Dutch has had a good run. Who's that going for? That's Oxox on Wesker. Coming into Blanchimont in the way. That's a great move from Ox. Up to P10 he goes. Here comes Dutch on Dan round the outside. Gives him the inside for the final corner. That is move done. Great move from Dutch Tricks. Here comes Sway now as well. What's going on further up the road? Lynx is trying to close the gap down to Scuba, who's still stuck behind Funky Chicken. And Funky Fox is making break for it in the lead. 1.3 seconds now. Wesker and Tom Robbo. Oh, Tom Robbo sideways. Contact as Oxox comes through. Sorry, it was Graham. Gathers it up though, and away he goes. Got Corway in behind them. Was a little bit wide there up by Rouge. Has changed for P2. Scuba sweeps into P2 at the end of Lacombe. Sway gets the move done on Dan further back. Scuba is hunting for a victory here. He's now got 1.8 seconds to close though. Funky Fox has made his escape. Clarinet leading the way. Scuba, Funky Chicken. Lynx is now in this battle as well for a podium. Can he overhaul Funky Chicken? Tom sitting nicely in P5, CR7 lurking behind him as well. Then Dutch trying to get involved as well. Bit of a gap has opened up to Sway, who's just cleared Dan Morris. Now it's Oxox on the back of the Hasman. Tiptoe around, he's on the curb, that's brave in these conditions. A little bit wide there. To the back straight we go. Funky Fox is actually pulling away that gap now. 2 seconds to Scuba. Scuba's got 3 laps to close that gap and go for his first victory of the season. Further back, Lynx and Funky Chicken are side by side as they come out of the final corner. Funky Chicken's got the inside, got better traction. He has the position into La Source. Lynx straight for a switchback though up the inside. Brilliant move from Lynx. Gets the power down and gets in front. That's P3 for Lynx. Great move there from the championship leader. Puts himself onto the podium. Up Eau Rouge we go. Funky Chicken trying to come back at him though. There's no DRS now, of course. Lynx defends the inside. Funky Chicken now. The gap opens up though. Down the inside he comes. What happens here? Does Lynx give it? No, Funky Chicken doesn't fight it too hard. Of course, he's only reserved, so he's not going to interfere with the title battle. CR7 looking at Tom Duval. Meanwhile, just behind those two. Dutch in there as well. The second of the Alfa Romeos. So trying to get back in terms as Funky Fox is pulling away in the lead. Scuba has lost about 6/10 on this lap. So Funky Fox is on course for victory here. Pulling away from the season 15 champion. Can Lynx do anything about Scuba? He's still got these 4 cars after that final podium place behind him. Funky Chicken, Tom Duval, CR7 and Dutch Tricks. Even Wesker and Nose to Tell further back. Corby on the back of these two as well. In fact, he's on the back of Tom Robbo. Last of the late breakers then into the chicane. No moves being made. So that's a little bit wide on the curve. Ooh, there's a bit of a twitch there from the Alpha Tauri. From a couple of car lengths for Tom Duval. So push Dutch Tricks back on his tail. Tom is a bit of a wet weather master. Personally, he's a master, but he enjoys the conditions. And now he's starting to look at Funky Chicken. To the Camel Straight, both of them in slipstream range of each other. And also of Lynx still, that might just save Funky Chicken as that we're on the penultimate lap. The lead is now 3.1 seconds for Funky Fox. Is doing everything right here. Of course, McLaren leading the constructors as well. This is going to be a huge haul of points for them, with the Alpines down in 9th and 12th, their nearest rivals. Tom Duval and Funky Chicken seems to be the battle to watch at the minute. For P4, CR7 closing back in again, bringing Dutch with him. Sway's also trying to bridge that gap. Oxox in a bit of no man's land at the minute. He's going to run out of laps to get involved. Dan's just slipped down the order in the wet here. Not quite had the pace. It's the restart on this 4-car scrap as well. Wesker, Graham, Tom Robbo and Corboy. All battling hard. Oh, we've got a yellow flag. Who is that? Oh, it's Oxox. Oh, Oxox has crashed on the penultimate lap onto the back straight, and the man second in the championship is out. There'll be no time for a safety car, so losing P8. Here's Funky Chicken holding on to P4 for all his worth. Got Tom Duval, CR7 and Dutch right behind him now. Onto the final lap. Oh, CR7 to the back of Tom Duval. I think Dutch at the back of CR7 then as well. Dutch having a bit of a snap as he tries to get the power down. Ends up on the inside. Tom Robbo going past Graham further back. Up and over, ready, on we go. Is anybody close enough for a move? Tom Duval looking at Funky Chicken again. Funky Chicken, they're pushing the battery. Keeping himself ahead. Wesker's picked up a penalty further back as Graham goes past him. And Tom Robbo going past him as well. We'll stay on this battle for P4. Tom Duval still looking for a way. Dutch looking that way past CR7. Oh, Funky Chicken's wide around Brussels. Tom Duval looking interested. Can he switch him back? Not quite. Not able to get an overlap. He's got a good run though out of the Jack Hicks corner. Thinks better of it into Pouon though. Chicken here, a defensive masterclass. These are wet conditions. Under immense pressure. Driving brilliantly. Looking every which way for a move. He's attacking and defending. CR7 closing back in, and Dutch has just dropped a little bit of time here. He's now back under threat from Sway. Meanwhile, coming into the chicane for the final time and to win his first race in FTRL, out of the final corner, take about Funky Fox. That is an absolutely outstanding drive. He wins in Belgium. What a drive from him. Scuba's going to come home P2. Great drive from the season 15 champ. Lynx takes P3. Funky Chicken holds on for P4 ahead of Tom DeVal. With Dutch in P7, 6 Sway P7, CR7 with a penalty drops to P8. Dan crosses the line P9 ahead of Graham, Tom Robbo and Corboy. The final finisher somewhere in there. He's in the pits, I think. I haven't registered him as crossing the line for some reason. So we get to see a victory lap from Corboy. Glitching in the game, so Corboy has to do one more lap. But what a drive from Funky Fox, absolutely outstanding effort from him. He was in that battle with his teammate, those two working together brilliantly in the opening part of the race. Took that early pit stop but got himself back into contention for when the rain came. And then put that move on Scuba. Got ahead of Funky Chicken in the pit cycle and didn't look back. Just pulled away from the field. He ends up taking his first victory of the season. What a drive from him. Scuba, it's always great to see him back on form. The season 15 champ, his best result of the season. Great to see him mixing it out the sharp end again. And Lynx doing what he needs to do in the championship battle, banking points ahead of all of his major rivals. Ox with that late retirement, Dutch Tricks only P6. Outstanding work from him once again. Another podium finish. We'll see him extend his championship lead. Funky Chicken, great drive from him. Just missed out on that podium there. A P4 from him. But that titanic defensive drive at the end there, holding off the Alfa Romeos, the Alfa Tauri and the Mercedes of Tom, Dutch, Sway and CR7. Here's Corboy. He's got, this game is so glitched tonight, I don't understand what's going on. Corboy still hasn't finished the race. But you bear with me for 10 seconds and that will then finally come to an end. Don't know what's going on here. This game is such a glitch sometimes. Come on, Cody's. What is going on? Anyway, I might just have to return to the main menu in a second. This is glitchy as a mofo. Oh no, there we go. Finally, it's caught up. Well done. So hopefully in a moment we should go through to the results screen. There we go. Podium should appear, and it is Funky Fox who gets bragging rights in the battle of the Funkies, with a vase victory for him. Outstanding effort. Joined on the podium by Scuba and by his teammate Lynx. So it's a good day for Lynx, a good day for McLaren, a good day for Funky Fox, and a good day for Scuba as well. Well, the championship leader doing what he needed to do. Funky Fox did what he needed to do, and Scuba showed that form is temporary but class is permanent. And his victory for Funky Fox, an outstanding drive from him. even carrying a penalty, so he had to pull away. So Funky Fox there, he didn't even clock that as well. So Funky Fox doing an outstanding job there. Victory for him. Scuba second, Lynx is third. Funky Chicken held off. The advances of the pack behind for P4. Tom Duval looked every which way for a pass, but couldn't make his way. But a great drive up from P17. Dutch Tricks is at P6, but having led the race early on, I think he'll be disappointed to end up P6. Sway was P7 again. Another one will be disappointed after that pit stop glitch. Cost him a shot of victory. CR7 started on pole, fastest lap of the race. That spin. Well, in P2, what might have been for him here once again. Dan Morris just fell down the order after the safety car restart to P9, and Graham rounding up the top 10. Tom Romo on debut finishes P11 with Wesker 12th and Corboy in 13th, the final finisher. And then the retirements, Ox with that late crash. Yarham, didn't see what happened to him. It was a very quiet race for him. Evil Chris, who was having such a good run early on, but contact with Tom Robbo span him out, and I think he cooked his tyres and span up at Blanchimont later on in the lap. Tico crashed at the top of Eau Rouge. Dark Bolt had a good start, but it went a bit wrong rather early, and an early retirement. Dylan crashing out on the opening lap. The Aston Martin man not having the best of nights, unfortunately. So that is the end of the coverage for tonight, because this game is glitched to hell and I can't go anywhere. So I'm going to have to shut this down. So thank you very much for joining us. As ever, we really appreciate all of you tuning into the stream, all the comments and all the likes. And if you haven't already liked the stream, please do so before you go. And join me again tomorrow at 8 o'clock, where we do this all again with the Div 2 boys. And will it be as chaotic as it was a couple of seasons ago? More than likely it is Div 2. It's what Div 2 does best. It's bound to be exciting. Do join me for that. But for this evening, thank you very much for tuning in, and we will see you again tomorrow at 8 o'clock for Div 2.